Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hello. I hope and expect that you are well. And now I like to give another lecture of the lion and the jewel. By this time I have given the lectures, two lectures most probably, or three lectures about the drama Lion and the Jewel written by Wale Soyinka. Wale Soyinka was born in western Nigeria, and he wrote a lot of novels, dramas, stories. But this drama, The Lion and the Jewel, though it is a comedy, but through this comedy he actually tried to show the real picture of Nigerian culture, Nigerian tradition, Nigerian image, Nigerian people's activities, everything. The last lecture I have given some suggestion to you after completing the lecture, and I suggested you to make a good preparation or to make a note the question, what pictures of African society do you get in The Lion and the Jewel? How realistically does Soyinka portray African society in his play The Lion and the Jewel? Or describe the culture, tradition of the African society in his famous plays? I think you have made a preparation or made a note. But I like to make it easy to you. For this reason, I like to deliver a lecture about the question. You can see here The Lion and the Jewel. Students of Depth of English, Honours second year. The Lion and the Jewel, the theme of African society. Very interesting, African society. So, what are the elements are found in African society which actually made Wale Soyinka famous in this world? The Lion and the Jewel is one of the most popular and best known plays of Wale Soyinka. In the play, he actually beautifully and very nicely describes or depicts the tradition, the culture, the customs, and the activities of the society of Africa. Africa is a rich country, especially in natural resource, but Africa was dominated by the British, and the culture of Africa was not famous to us before writing these kinds of writers, especially Wale Soyinka, who actually was awarded Nobel Prize. In Africa, different type of cultures are found, and very interesting culture, very wonderful cultures. Polygamous society, the bride price, the wedding system of Africa, the activities, the living standard of professional dramas, and the practice of rumored importance are faithfully, nicely, and successfully our famous writer Wale Soyinka portrayed in this play, The Lion and the Jewel. So first of all, I can deliver the lecture. First of all, polygamous family. You know, POLR, polygamous. Polygamous system. Polygamous system in Africa. Polygamous system in Africa. Polygamous means a man can have a lot of wives as he can. You know, in the Lion and the Jewel, our writer Wale Soyinka very interestingly has shown some interesting words of Africa, like Bele, B-A-L-E, Bele. Bele is a man, and B-E-L-Y, Bele is a girl. So a Bele can have lot of wives if he can give the proper treatment everybody. So polygamous family is an important of African society. The Lion and the Jewel, the marrying of multiple wives is legal in Nigerian tradition. A Bele can marry a lot of wives. No objection. It is the tradition of Nigeria. It is a prominent feature of traditional life of Africa. But there are some conditions. The Bele, of course, follow all these conditions. Like treating Wale equally. A Bele, of course, treats his Wale wives equally. Number one. Number two, distributing sources equally to Wale wives and Wale children. And avoid any kinds of discrimination among wives and children. So, these are very important of a Bele to guide every wives, children, and so on. So, according to the tradition of Bele can have many wives as he can at a time. The last wife is always favorite. In our country, sometimes we can see these kinds of tradition, but it is not favorite in our country. But African tradition, it is very popular. So, whenever he marries a Bele, takes his new wife in the palace and leaves the earlier out of the house. So the newcomer is very important to every one of the wives. But it is very interesting, when this Bele dies, the eldest son of this family can marry the last wife of the Bele. That we can say, the eldest son marries his father's last wife. This is very odd in our country. But in African society, it is very common because their society supports it. Their society supports it. Not only this wife, the last wife will be the powerful wife of the family because the second ballet marries her. But though there are a few wives in that family, but the last wives would be the first wife of the second ballet. It is very interesting. In our country, in our society, we can say it is one kind of blasphemy, but in Africa, it is common and popular. Thus, the new ballet takes his stepmother as his first wife. So, first wife would be the powerful wife or member of the family. The first type always guides the total family. And the ballet holds the total position, the power, honor of the family. So, it is the criteria of polygamous families. Number one. Number two, bride price is one of the important points of African society. In the play, bride price. Bride price, bride money. Bride money in our country we can say Mohorana. In African society, when a man marries a girl, he is bound to give prize money to that bride. So, bridegroom is bound to give the prize money to the bride. Most important, and they are bound to give it. So, in the Lion and the Jewel, Wale Soyinka also delineates this matter, these customs of bride price very nicely here he delineates. It is one kind of money. Bride price is one kind of money or property given by the bridegroom to the family of bride, especially bride. And it is a common criteria, common system, and it's also natural practice in Africa. You should have to remember that we are discussing about African social activities, society, social culture, etc., etc. And not only this bride or prize money is honor of the bride. So in African society, it creates image, the bride. Every girl is bound to receive this bride or prize money. But very interesting, if a girl marries without it, she will be laughing stock of the villagers and she is suspected of losing her virginity. If any girl marries without taking this or receiving this prize money, she would be treated as a poor girl. And the people remembers him or treats him that he has lost her virginity. So in the eye of the people of Africa, this girl is not suitable. This girl is not fresh to them. This girl is a bad girl. They treat them as a bad character girl. So every girl is bound to take this bride price, It is important in African culture because in African tradition, a girl who has lost her virginity, only she is compelled to marry without bride price. So there is a difference between two girls who actually loses her virginity. He will not get this kinds of prize money. But the real girl who has not lost her virginity, he is bound to get this prize money. So prize money is one of the important African social activities. You know, we have introduced with some characters in the Lion and the Jewel. And most important character, the heroine, CD. CD is loved by Lucknell, a school teacher. But Lucknell is a modern man who was Western educated. He's a Western man, modern man. But Lucknell did not agree to give this prize money to CD for her marrying to her. But it is out of courtesy of the society of Africa. So CD did not like to marry Lucknell, though he was young man. And Sidi is only 16 or 18 years old. But Sidi actually, last of all, we see married whom? Baroka, who was 62 years old. And he has a lot of wives in his family. So the culture, the tradition, the custom, the values, the beliefs, Sidi follows. Sidi follows these kinds of criteria of Africa because Sidi was born in Africa and he loved African culture, society. So, Lucknell did not marry her. Why? Because he remembered this kinds of prize money is one kind of barbaric activities. So, he did not give her for this reason. He was defeated, he was beaten by Baroka. But actually, Lucknell was fit to marry Sidi. So, bride price is one of the most important criteria of African society. Clear?